and welcome to my first ever video. So who am I? So my name's Adam. I'm a full-time cycling coach and I'm a competitive cyclist myself in the northeast of England. I've decided to start a video YouTube channel for a couple of reasons. Main one being I've been enjoying recently just actually editing videos myself for my cycling club for work. Just creating content and things been really enjoyable. Expensive tech isn't needed. I'm literally doing this now on an iPhone, editing everything on an iPad. I've got an old sort of action camera as well, but everything I'm going to create literally is going to be on not expensive tech, so I'm going to show you what sort of things I do use to create the content as well. The other thing I'm doing it for is for myself, a way of tracking the progress that I make on my own training. As a cycling coach myself, often it's difficult for me to actually keep myself motivated. I take on a lot of the stresses and strains of the athletes I do coach. And sometimes I'll kind of lose track of my own training a little bit. I've often said that it'd be good for me to have my own coach to make myself accountable to them. But I thought this might be a good way as well, make myself accountable to you guys out there, so you can track my training as we're going along. I'll be doing videos on the things I'm doing with my training, what I'm aiming for, my goals and things across the season. So what can you expect from my vlogs? I think basically an honest insight into my training, kind of a no frills approach, not just my training but everything else I'm doing as well, so bits of coaching as well, so I might be giving some coaching advice. I'm not trying to say I'm the greatest cyclist in the world. I'm not trying to say I'm the greatest coach. I'm always learning myself still, but I'm competitive, so I'm a competitive person. I do cycling because I enjoy it. And that's kind of what I want to get across really. So as I said, I plan on digging a little bit deeper into some of the practices and some of the sessions and stuff I will be doing, some of the things I'll be implementing into my training. But for now, have a look around and here's where the magic happens in the house. Uncertainty around this year, going forwards, obviously post-COVID, but I'm going to set myself a few broad targets. I'm not going to go into them in too much detail right now, and that'll be for a different video. Basically, process goals wise, I just want to get through the year and try and be more consistent with my training. So one of the big things I've generally always struggled with is I'll get going quite well with the training, then something usually comes up. Either I overtrain a little bit with work commitments as well, and family commitments, and I end up getting ill. Which has been quite a thing that generally happens with myself, or I just lose track and a little bit of motivation throughout the year. So this year I'm going to try and take things back a little bit, be a bit more focused on shorter efforts, so not just riding for the sake of it, getting maybe 1 or 2 longer endurance rides in a week, but then being more focused with shorter efforts, maybe on the turbo indoors and things during the week, and just keeping the actual structure of the training going, as I would for my athletes. But again, being accountable to yourselves, showing you what I'm doing, hopefully that'll keep me on track as well. Obviously, this season, probably events-wise, is going to be more focused, I think, towards time trialling. They're likely to be the things that are going to return first. So I will be looking at what time trials I can enter this year. Did just get a time trial bike last year. So it's maybe utilising that a little bit more, dialing my position in, seeing what power I can produce in that time trial position as well, using that more indoors on the turbo trainer. And I think I'm also looking at entering maybe some events in France if we do get away in the summer. So where are we at now and where do we go? So as for most people, the last 18 months have obviously been extremely difficult for pretty much everybody out there. I've had a lot of time off work, been off work, full-time furlough for a lot of the time. Obviously been able to do cycling activities, coaching and things like that. I've then had periods of part-time furlough. Obviously there's been all the government restrictions as well, which has prevented things from happening. Actually riding myself and coaching. And generally I have been struggling a little bit as well, just with motivation. So I think start off with I'm just taking each day to day, focus on my well-being a bit more. I've really been missing that social aspect of getting out in groups, group riding, actually the social interaction of the coaching that I do as well. So for me, I just really want to see them come back. That's going to be one of the main goals to work towards, hopefully start getting more group riding in and get back to that social aspect as well. I am still recovering a little bit as well from being ill over Christmas. COVID hit our household quite hard, so I am just taking it very slowly. This next month's pretty much going to be just riding steady, lots of short sessions, try and get back outside a little bit if I can for some longer stuff, but just again keeping that intensity down. So hopefully this is, some other people might be, I've spoke to people recently as well who've been struggling quite similar sort of things to what I'm saying, and it is really important that if you are coming back from COVID, just to take things steady and really just build up very slowly again. Hopefully by doing these vlogs and things as well, it's going to give people the opportunity to talk as well. So as I've already said, the plan going forwards is going to be short sessions, 60 to 90 minutes, predominantly probably indoors during the week, fitting it in around homeschooling as well, with 3 kids at home and work commitments, still working at the minute. And then I also touched on the fact of recovery there, where I have overtrained in the past and been a little bit guilty of that, especially with other stresses and strains of life. So there's a few other things I've been implementing recently and I will continue with and do a bit more of. So I've been really enjoying practicing some yoga recently, and I'll be showing you some videos on that again soon as well. I've also been exploring the Wim Hof method. So I have been practicing some of the cold showers in the morning. I stopped them recently when I've been struggling with my chest, but I will be going back to them. And the breathing work's been fantastic. I really recommend everybody having a look at that, and maybe have a little read around Wim Hof and his breathing methods. They've certainly been something that I've found has helped over the last couple of weeks and months. And I'll be continuing my S&C work as well. I'm quite a big advocate of CrossFit, and I do train in CrossFit. The plan was, like I said, to keep riding steady, although I was roped in straight away on Tuesday to the WTRL League on Zwift. Our team did need an extra rider for the team time trial, so I did help them out. I did ride, but I only completed around about 12 to 40 minutes. I literally did my efforts to the bottom of the first climb, and then I just backed it right off. Let's have a look. Over the weekend as well, we did also have a little bit of explore with a new training platform, RGT, just for a break from Zwift. As a club, we decided to set up some practice rides, and we set up a circuit race around there, which was an elimination race. That was quite good fun, although it didn't quite go after how I would have wanted initially. As you'll see, I did drop my power did drop off at the start, and I was struggling to get back on, which let me off the group. But you can have a little look at that there. I think there's still a few niggling things with RGT, but again, I'll probably do a video coming up which will have a little look more into that platform, because I do think it's got some really good things about it. And hopefully from my vlogs, you may pick up bits along the way, whether it's coaching tips, like I say, whether it's ways you can start creating these sort of videos and things yourself. If anyone has questions and things for me, if anyone has any content they'd like to see with my vlogs, just give me a shout, drop some comments down below, and we can look at creating that content in the future going forward as well. So that was it for my first vlog. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Like I say, they will get better. It's just about trying to create some content. Please like, subscribe, drop any comments down, any advice anyone's got, happy to listen to. Would really appreciate any feedback. Even if you just keep checking back just to see how crazy my hair's getting from week to week during lockdown, you can at least do that. Cheers guys, see you next time.